But what happened when Saudi launched a military attack on Yemen? 377,000 people died due to bombs, starvation, diseases. 21 million people were pushed into extreme need of humanitarian aid, and the UN called it the worst humanitarian crisis in the world.
The conflict has been going on for years,
causing mass food shortages.
Poverty is everywhere.
People there are struggling to meet their basic needs.
Thousands have been killed and millions have been displaced so far.
People are really dying for nothing.
But you know what us did? Nothing. In fact, America actually sold them the precision-guided bombs provided targeting intelligence, and the U.S. military literally flew mid-air to refuel Saudi fighter jets so that they could keep dropping bombs. So the question is, what is so special about this desert kingdom like Saudi Arabia that a nuclear superpower like America protects it when other oil countries like Iran, Iraq, Venezuela, Libya, all of them got invaded by the American? Why does Saudi Arabia get a special treatment with no water, no labor, no industrial base, and no nuclear weapon? How did Saudi Arabia manage to become so powerful, and what are the lessons that we need to learn from the power game of Saudi Arabia? This is a story that dates back to 1971 when America almost went bankrupt.
By 1971, U.S. debt had simply grown too high.
The government reports that wholesale prices rose 1.8% in October and indicates that inflation remains a serious problem.
For context, after World War II, three major things happened in the world economy. Number one, as a regular subscriber, you already know that after World War, the U.S. had 70% of the world's gold. And all of the countries were in shambles. So in 1944, us got everyone together and said, listen guys, don't worry about having gold in your vault. You can use the US dollar for all your global transactions, and we promise you that for every $35 you get, we will give you an ounce of gold. That is how the entire world started using us dollars, because us dollar was as good as gold. Number two, us started taking this trust for granted, and in the next 25 years, America did something shady. Now think about it. If the US has printed $10 billion, they need to have $10 billion worth of gold in their reserves, right? Because they've made a promise to the world that whenever somebody gets them $35, they will pay them with an ounce of gold. So they need to have enough gold to pay back all their partners, right? But you know what? America took this trust for granted and started printing so much money that by 1970, while central banks around the world had about $4 to $50 billion, the US vault only had $10 billion worth of physical gold. So do you realize this was a Ponzi scheme?